Hey there, Wolfgang. This is Bush. Today we're going to be talking about the charAt method used on strings in JavaScript. Just tell you all a little bit about myself. I am a junior web developer, hoping to make multiple videos on functions and different ways that JavaScript works in order to help people learn. I learn it a little bit differently than other people, so I don't really know if anybody learns the same way I do out there, so maybe this will help y'all. I've noticed a lot of videos I do watch though, they type out their code as they go. I have an issue keeping up sometimes. So for these simple projects, I will go ahead and start them off with the code already on page, comment out anything that isn't the initial step, and we'll go through it one by one. So here we have a string variable. We're declaring with let, which means that it can be changed later on. You can change whatever its contents are later on. This is a string. Yes, we can see with the two quotations that this here is a string. Well, what we want to do today is we want to access using one of the positions in the charAt method to access one of the letters or space or this exclamation point right there in the string. So let's go ahead and assign a variable to said string using said method. So we have let's the chosen position because it's not always going to be a letter or anything. So I like to say the position also because this is the position right here. So we have our string dot our method right here. And then we chose the position 0. Now, I mean, as you can see, if I go ahead and refresh that, we're not going to have anything because we haven't console logged it yet. So we have our console log, chosen position. Let's go ahead. We get our T. That is the initial position in our string. But let's say you want to access the last part of a string, the last position of a string. You would want to use dot length -1, and it might be easy to count 1, 2, 3, or just do dot length and then run another line of code subtracting 1 from whatever the length is. But this makes it clean and it makes it you don't have to sit there and necessarily count to put whatever that is in here. So we use this to charAt, and this will return the length of the string subtracting 1 due to the initial positioning of T is 0 when accessing it here. If you were to check the overall length, it would come up as let's go ahead and right here, we'll do console string dot length. Okay, 17. Now, if we take that 17 and subtract our 1 from it, it shows us 16. And that's due to the initial 0 here. I'll leave that on there just in case anybody wants to put that in there. Now, here's a good example of why you can use the let versus const or var. Well, maybe it's just const. I think it's just const. No, just const does it. We can reassign chosen position to the string, to the charAt, to the last position in the string. And if we go ahead and do that, we have console log chosen position, and we will save that, and we get the exclamation point. Now, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this. I suggest you experiment, see what other functions might work with this to, I don't know, I like to just experiment honestly with JavaScript and see what I can do. You'd be surprised the simplest things that you do in JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and probably the languages I don't even know about yet, but they just look cool and you enjoy having fun with them and you enjoy see how they react and learn how to make it cleaner. And that's one thing I suggest is always take a look back at the code you're working on and see what you can do to make it a little bit cleaner. And if you've gotten to that point where you're like, I can't do anything else, then go ahead and ask somebody else, see what they think about it. I love asking other people what they think about my code because it gives me a different perspective on what I might be able to do differently. But this has been a great fun time with y'all. If you guys have any questions or if there's anything that you would like to see specifically, let me know down in the comments and have a great day.